Listen, I know you all wait on these types of videos from me. You know they're coming. I see and read through all your comments, and all I've seen this past week is, Robert, can you talk about Patrick Tar blushes? Are you gonna talk about Patrick Tar? You know I am. Just before we get into today's topic, I want you all to know, my friends in the US, that me and my brother James are taking our live show that we sold out here in London. I'm not even in London. It was in London, to the US. The live show is a mix of all our YouTube channels all together, and we are doing 2 different dates. We are doing the 25th of September this year in LA at the Regent Theatre. Sorry, I had to look down because I forgot the name. We're doing the 28th of September in New York at the Gramercy Theatre. We still have some tickets available, but they are selling out. So if you wanted to come along, if you want to bring a friend with you, then please do. I'll link them down below in the description box. We have standard tickets, but we also have some VIP meet and greet options available also. So I will see you there. If you can make it, it'll be great to see you. Listen, when I initially saw these blushes online without them being announced, they were kind of like a little bit leaked. This video was just going to be a roast about how useless these blushes were going to be. I wish that was just what the video was about, although it kind of will be. We're mainly talking about Patrick Tar's behavior around all of this because it's not right. It's not good. So what happened? For those of you who don't know, although I'm sure a lot of you do know already, so Patrick Tar launched his Transition Blush range. It's supposed to be a 2-step system to bridge the space between the under eye and the cheek to create like a gradient flush with no harsh lines. Smooth, 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 smooth on the way up, right? Now, this is actually taken directly from his own website, despite the website saying it's a 4-step process, and his videos are saying it's anywhere from 3 to 9, almost like he doesn't actually have a method and doesn't know what he's doing. Let's just talk about the product straight up. What I was originally going to say about these products are they are not worth it. They're pretty useless for the price. I've never tried them. I've seen people try them online on their hands, swatching them, and it basically looks like dust. And people are like, oh, but they're not meant to be pigmented. Yeah, no, makeup is meant to have quite literally makeup is meant to have pigment. It is a lightweight blush. However, here's what gets me about these products. The pigmentation, the depth, and the heaviness of your blend depends on you. You can use the most pigmented blush in the whole world ever and make it look blended out and faded out and less pigmented by using less product, less pigment, mixing it with a bit of your powder or putting some of your other powder on top. You do not need to sell people a poorly pigmented powder for more than whatever the price is. Let me even show you something. These are some palettes I already own from a Chinese brand called Judy Doll. Now, you've probably watched videos about this online already. So you know that people in Asia have been doing this trend forever. You know that Kevin Aquan also made this trend incredibly, technique. I'm gonna keep saying trend, but technique is what I mean, popular. These are the lightest powders in this palette, for example. This is the lightest pink. It still has incredible pigmentation because what nobody needs is a powder that gives you less pigmentation just because you don't need that much color. Powders blend out, they not dilute is the wrong word, they fade out by themselves with your blending. Fact, full stop. No one needs a non-pigmented product. It's a waste of your money. It's a waste of your time. No one needs it. Product is still meant to come off from the pan, okay? So anyone like being like, oh, but you don't know how to use them. It's a transition. Yes, transition anything still has pigment. It doesn't need to be dusty, crusty, fusky, okay? So that's the end of that. I also don't think a lot of people need this. I don't think anyone in their everyday life needs this. I don't think any makeup artists need this, really. A makeup artist will know how to blend and fade powder into another. It's not solving a problem. Now, I don't believe that every single makeup product needs to solve a problem. I still like the fun in makeup, and having products that may not be 100% necessary is fine to me. It's always the price point that gets me, and in this case, everything else that goes around it. You also need to bear in mind as well that with a product like this that doesn't kick off that much pigment, technique matters as well. Again, this is a public brand where anyone can buy it. Yes, they teach the technique. Remember, not everyone can get these same, not everyone can achieve the same thing as a makeup artist. And I also think we are adding steps for steps' sake. I've seen a lot of people say as well that a problem has been created for the sake of it. For example, step 7 on a routine is trap the blush. I'm gonna let that sit with you. I'm gonna let you try and find out what that means. 21 years of makeup experience. No one's ever said trap the blush. You know, we're making all these steps up to sell product, okay? And it could just mean something else. I haven't even watched it. I don't even give a shit what he's saying. I just haven't watched it, to be honest with you. And he's already done these duo blushes, right? So he's already had that color with another color. It's fine, just use these together. This is the results you get. But now we've added how many more steps into it, saying, oh, actually, now you need to do this to get this result. But ultimately, if you have 2 shades of pink, you have 2 shades of pink, and you can use them in different ways at different densities with different brushes, using different methods. You don't need those extra layers and shades of pink. You don't need them, listen. And if you're gonna get them, if you want it and you love it, good for you. I'm just saying, let's not make an issue out of something that isn't an issue to sell product. Also, just a quick note to say that I'm not gonna go into every single talking point here, especially since most of you know what's going on. If you get confused, I would highly recommend, and I always recommend Jen Love, going to her channel. She always does these deep dives into something. She's so well researched. I consider myself ranty. I will rant and I will talk about it from an industry makeup artist point of view. Jen Love goes into the legal, you know, a little bit more in depth. So I will link her video as well below, but I always recommend it. I'm just gonna go into points that I've seen that I wanna talk about that have really frustrated me. So that blush came out, and so did a bunch of promo videos where Patrick shared his technique along with the website pages, articles, and trademark attempt on the word transitional blush. And I think, yeah, I think that would be totally fine if he came up with a technique, but he fucking didn't. Something I want you to clarify here, something that a lot of people are saying, is that he can kind of trademark this word, the transition word, because he is trademarking the product, not the technique, which I kind of disagree, because the technique exists without the product. The product doesn't exist without the technique. You know what I mean? You had to take from one for the other to happen. And the entire problem in this is how we went about the taking. So a bit of history. Patrick took the concept of transitional blush from the likes of Way Bandy, who is an iconic makeup artist from the 80s, of course, Kevin Naquan and Sam Fine. The method also came to a spotlight on the Korean show Singles Inferno, which I fucking love. Does anyone watch Singles Inferno? Let me know down below. I'm always trying to like look at their vanities to see what they're using. And of course, recently, and more in her own signature way, the makeup artist painted by Essa, who I think anyone who is into makeup from a professional point of view would agree. She modernized it, she popularized the concept of transitional blush, and is incredibly well known for her technique. A technique that up until it became profitable for you was never yours. Patrick Tar.
iPhone Mark for blush. Hi guys, I am Patrick Ta. I am the founder of Patrick Ta Beauty, and I'm gonna be showing you guys my major headlines double take cream and powder blush duos. This is my favorite part of my makeup routine, blush. This is She's a Doll. This is the one that I use if I want a really beautiful baby doll look. And going in pressing motions, applying this just like right onto the apples of my cheeks. So my technique is to apply powder before cream. I'm gonna take the other side of my blush brush. By applying the cream right on top of the powder, it then melts the powder into the skin. I'm gonna apply the cream on now. I'm gonna show you guys here actually. Just right on top. A little bit onto my nose, and this is my major headlines cream and powder blush in She's a Doll. And now applying it on a model. I'm gonna be using one of my favorite shades. She's blushing. I'm gonna apply this just like pressing motions, just going right onto the apples of the cheeks. And then just to give myself a little ombre effect, I'm gonna take She's a Doll and put this close to the under eye as possible. I'm gonna take my cream blush and just damp the cream right on top of the powder. And this is just going to just melt all of the powder that you just applied and just melt it seamlessly onto the skin. Like, look how beautiful that blush looks. I really hope that you guys take these blushes and make them your own. They're going to look beautiful.
I mean, it looks fine. It just looks like regular blush, right? Like it looks like he put some blush on a model. Great. nice blush. So that was supposedly his signature technique, which I think he forgot was still up on YouTube, given the amount of videos he's deleted. And as you can see, it's totally different from his current signature blush technique.
I created transition blush to give you that flawless, seamless, blurred blush application. The first step is taking your concealer, put that right into the inner corners of your eyes. So I'm taking the shade Between Us. I'm just gonna go in pressing motions. You wanna set the under eyes with a translucent setting powder. This is the step where you take my powder blush, evenly coat the product right onto the brush. I'm gonna go in pressing motions. I'm taking my brand new blush brush. I am going to take this product and just blend this into the under eye. Now taking a little bit of Between Us, diffuse that into the rest of my cheekbones. Last step is taking a little bit of the cream and putting that just right onto the high points of the cheekbone to really just melt all of the products into place. And this is my transition blush. This is my brand new transition blush. I created a 3-step blush technique to give you flawless blush every single time. So these liquid brightening blushes were designed to be mixed into your complexion products. The perfect mixing medium. I don't recommend applying this onto bare skin. They do stain. They were designed to really last. Let me tell you guys how to choose your transition blush color depending on what blush color you're wearing that day. I really designed a blush color for the entire blush shade family. So if you're wearing a blush with the undertone of coral, use our coral blush. If you're using like a pinky and mauvey color,
I do wonder what could have possibly happened, specifically between 2024 and 2026, that could have caused Patrick's change up in his technique.
Skin on my version of Painted by Esther. Skin on my version of Painted by Esther. My version of Painted by Esther.
Was it trying new things? Or was it the fact that 2025 was in fact Esther's most viral year so far, with her not only having painted Naomi Campbell, SZA, Viola Davis, Kelly Rowland, Chloe Bailey, but also literally breaking the internet when she did Olandria's makeup from Love Island USA. This lady worked. So much so that we could look at her face and know that Essa had done it. She created a signature style. You would recognize her makeup as soon as you saw it. That's very difficult to do nowadays. It's very rare to do because everyone's doing everything. We have access to so many artists online. When you can look at someone's makeup artistry and say, that is that artist, that is talent, that is skill, creating your own signature look, incredible. So when people do say, you know, oh, she didn't make this look, no, she didn't. But she has her own, she also never claimed she did, but we'll get into that later. She has her own signature style that is very much that look. It's like anyone can make a chocolate cake, but there's people that do it better because they add something else. When you taste it, oh, I know that's my mum's chocolate cake. My mum doesn't make chocolate cake, I'm just saying, like, for example, I know that's this chocolate cake. And some just do it better than others. Fact. So you can imagine when Patrick decided to come in and then claim the blush style as well as trademark it, a lot of us found that disgusting, to be honest with you. Here's why Esther matters, right? The fact that thousands of people looked at this launch and immediately thought of her is enough to end this argument here. Again, some of you will get confused a bit, I get it. There's a lot of nuance here, so stay with me, right? Esther didn't claim to invent this. Her point is influence. And I don't mean as in influencers. And the fact that this incredibly hardworking, talented, skilled makeup artist felt as though she had to come onto the internet, scared to defend herself, should make you ashamed. And this is a makeup artist. She isn't a social media personality. We all know her, yes, but she is a true working makeup artist, the kind of makeup artist that this current world of makeup has forgot about. Her socials aren't her main thing. They're incredible, but her artistry is her thing.
Hey guys, it's me, PBE, Esther. I'm honestly very nervous to make this video. Please forgive how I sound. I'm actually very ill. I've been ill for like past few days, so I've just been trying to recover. But obviously, given everything that's been spoken about, I was like, you know what? I might finally say something, because what I don't like is, I don't like being scared to say things, because you know how easy it is for them to angry black women, us. Like, I'm actually getting tired of constantly being spoken for and being scared to speak because I am a black woman. And it's not even about being a victim. It's about, this is just how it is. The second you say something, you instantly look disgruntled and angry and all the things. I'm not angry. My life is amazing. God is good. I have a great life. I have great clients. I have great family. I have great friends around me. You know, I'm very happy and fulfilled, and it's taken me a long time to get here. I'm actually trying not to cry and like, probably because I'm also sick. Like, it's hard for me to get my words out. But what this whole thing is particularly strange to me, because I spend a lot of my own money and I spend a lot of my own time, and I spend so much effort doing something and honing something. Nobody can say, I've actually never one time said I started anything. You cannot find me a singular tweet, proof, anything that I have ever said I started this. That's silly. I'm an artist, and I come from my goal is to constantly reference artists like Kevin Aquan and Danessa and Pat, and how they move with grace and how they move with intention and intentionality. So when I do things, I constantly, I'm aware of what I'm doing, and I'm aware of where I want to take it. And what I don't like is when people try and rush you to do things. You're silly because you didn't patent it. You're silly because you should have said it was your... No, because I'm not given that grace to fully take ownership for anything, because it instantly is met with, well, you didn't start it, or you didn't create it. How dare you? So I've just never even claimed that, right? So that's that aside. The second part of it is, I have had really weird experiences with Patrick. This is not... All my friends know. They can attest for me, because I speak about this to them. The weirdest one recently, because I want to say there's been about 2 or 3. The weirdest one recently was, I was in LA. I get a booking request from the other half of Patrick Tar. So it's not just him. There's another half of him, which is Remy. I don't want to mispronounce her name. I genuinely don't know how to pronounce it. So she asked to book me. She's messaged me. She's texted me. She's got my number through a hairstylist I just recently done a collab look with. So I've accepted the request. I don't normally accept requests directly to me. My agent handles that. She has asked to book me for a do and go. A do and go means you do it and you leave. There's no in between, right? It's not a one-to-one lesson. It's not a teaching lesson. It's none of that. It's you do it and you leave. She has booked me, and then on the day of the booking, I get a text from my agent. Oh, so-and-so, her name, wants to record you doing the glam. To which I said, no, that doesn't sit right with me. That's not what you're booking me for. That's not what the nature of the job is, you know? So I cancelled that booking because I found that very strange. Like, why would you want to record me doing my work? No one does that. You can see the kind of people I work with. None of them.
Okay, so let's get this straight, right? A lot of people are gonna look at makeup content online and think everyone records themselves doing makeup. What I want people to realize and remember, Essa reminds me of the good old days. This is gonna sound so mean to everyone, of makeup artistry, of the editorial industry, how makeup artists were before social media. We didn't have social media. We didn't have a reason to record everything we did. We didn't have to advertise ourselves through social media. It was word of mouth. It was connections. It's because you were an incredible makeup artist and things like that. Social media helps now, sure it does. In the day, there was no need to record all your makeup. So this is why this reminds me of this, because Esther obviously, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Provides different services. One of them being, I do your makeup like normal, you look great, we go. There's no pictures involved. There's no filming it. There's no this. It's not a lesson. It's nothing like that. Maybe she provides a service. That is a lesson that you can record. That requires a different amount of time, a different preparation, different setup, more effort on the makeup artist's behalf because you're teaching someone, you're explaining, you're talking as you go. If that's not the service she's providing, why do you need that service? Why, and especially on the day off, no, book another service. Why do you need to record it? This is a working makeup artist who is booked, blessed, busy. She doesn't need anyone to record it. She doesn't need anyone to deal with it. It's not free advertising. It's not all this. She wants to do her job. She wants to get it done right in the right way, and she wants that booking to be done. Not everything has to be recorded. Not everything has to be online. Not everything has to be on social media. This is how a makeup artist works. This is how a makeup artist works. Sorry, I said that really weird.
None of them have ever asked to do that because it's just not a thing you do. If you want to learn, if you want me to teach you, then that's a different service.
Right.
So that is conniving. And there's been a lot of conniving. There's a lot of conniving things that happen in the industry, but you don't, I will never speak about it because honestly speaking, I don't care. I am an artist. My driving force is to create and share it. And my end goal is to teach, is to spread my knowledge. I cannot leave this earth. That is a disservice to God. I cannot leave this earth keep harboring my knowledge. My goal is to spread it. I'm not a gatekeeper. I have timelines for things. I'm getting also sick of that narrative that you didn't know. Actually, I have intentions to teach and to spread the knowledge. I am within my rights to decide when I do that.
Can I just say as well, like, working as a makeup artist way back when, there was no gatekeeping. People would teach you all the time. People would always not share products literally on set, but like, this product is good for this is good for this. Especially when, you know, I was one of the people that, I would say grew up, but was working for MAC on counter way back in the day. They would have a senior artist come in and happily teach us. Spreading your knowledge is incredible. It's so nice to teach. It should be rewarding. It should be all this. And I think something that comes with social media is either gatekeeping or claiming, like we're seeing with this situation, this has to be mine. This has to be my method. Makeup has been around for hundreds or thousands of years in some form. Cavemen were crushing seashells to give themselves highlighter. You know what I mean? It's been around. There's nothing to gatekeep anymore. There's nothing to own anymore.
You don't get someone to do that. I do the work. I spend my own money. I spend thousands of my own money constantly. Buying new products, testing new products, experimenting. A lot of the time when I post, as of late, it's because I bought all these fancy new things that I want to try. And that's my own pocket. Nobody's giving me that for free, you know? So that's what hurts me, is when people come on here, they don't know me, they don't know my work. They don't know how hard I've tried for this. It's already hard being black, being a woman in this industry. You have to genuinely fight twice as hard to get just half.
For anyone going to say anything, this is a statistical fact. Any black women in any industry aren't paid the same. They're not paid enough. They're not treated the same. They're not hired enough. They're statistical fact.
Of what you deserve, okay? I'm naturally not a boastful person. You cannot find me. Genuinely, I will give, if you can find me where I have said I'm the inventor, I'm the creator, and all these things, please present the proof. And what I will lastly say, I'm genuinely grateful for people that see me. I'm grateful for the videos and the people that are defending me. That I've been crying all day. I'm sick and I'm crying. It's not fair. I'm trying to actually heal my body. I don't need all this stress, okay? What I will lastly say is the timing of things is very convenient. I posted a tutorial with COSAS, and in that tutorial, I said the holy grail, the secret ingredient is using a powder puff. He's also done the same thing, conveniently after. I don't care about the timings. I don't care. My thing is, if that was really the crux of your technique, you would have made a powder puff. You make brushes. It's not hard to make a powder puff, you know? It's very easy, actually. It's the easiest thing to make. If that was really a part of your thing, part of your a key ingredient in how you do something, he would have been marketed it.
Yeah.
Let's be for real.
Yes.
You know, it's not. So I'm getting tired of constant chitter chatter. It's annoying. It's very annoying. And it's annoying from people that don't work as hard as me, don't suffer as much as I do in this. To constantly have this chat is jarring. It's actually annoying. Please keep me out your mouths. Stop talking about me, please. I'm so frustrated. I'm so beyond over it. But God bless every single person that sees it for what it is. God bless every single person that sees me for what I am, that sees my work for what it is. Again, I'll reiterate. Listen, I did not start anything. I am 29 years old. That would be ludicrous of me to claim ownership for anything. But what I did do, and what you will not belittle, is my influence, babe. Google me, actually. Google all the publications that know how to credit me and they know how to credit the artist that they see is resurging something. Google me. That's all. That's it. But thank you to everyone. This is the first and last time I will ever address anything. Naturally, I'm not a talker anyway. I like to be quiet. I like to be in my brain. So this is dragging me out my comfort zone. But I have to say something. It really weighs on you when people that don't know you, that don't work as hard as you, that don't know what it takes to do this job, they don't know the fuckeries that happen in this industry, just chat. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
You haven't achieved anything. Stop talking about me. I work so hard. I try so hard. I have come from nothing. I have come from foster care to be in this space and to constantly have people just talk about me. And it's so annoying. Just let this be the last. Thank you. This is a one-take video.
Oh, it took me up.
I genuinely just wanted to get it all out there and dead it. Please.
Oh, that got me choked. Okay, one thing we can tell from this video is she is so humble. And let me tell you something. There's some people in the industry who are absolute assholes, dickheads, because they are, they've done so much with their career and they've made such a name for themselves that it really does play in their heads. Essa here is clearly thankful for where she is because she's got there herself, working so hard, humble with it, happy to, educate and teach and to share her knowledge. She has a goal and a reason for what she's doing. One thing that really stands out to me about this whole situation is when people are trying to defend her, people will be like, well, she didn't invent it. She never said she did. She never said she did. Now, replay this bit.
She has booked me, and then on the day of the booking, I get a text from my agent, wants to record you doing the glam. To which I said, no, that doesn't sit right with me. That's not what you're booking me for.
Spy-like. 007, but not as stealthy. This feels very unusual, as I said, in a professional environment. It's very strange and coincidental of somebody from the Patrick Tar team to go and have their makeup done with an artist who is known for a very specific technique done in a very specific way that's unique to her. To then ask to film that technique happening and later on down the line release said product. Now, this hasn't been the first time Patrick Tar has avoided paying black women. In fact, you may have seen my video about a situation on this before that I did over here on YouTube. And some of you may know him for these kind of situations more than anything makeup related, which is kind of crazy. It is insane at this point, the technique you're more known for than blush is the one where you benefit from someone else's hard work to then discredit, minimize, and then not pay them. You are still a multi-million-dollar brand, and a brand that has a development team, a marketing team, probably several creative directors or managers. And what you chose to do was take something piloted and popularized through nothing but labor from Esther. You knew about her. And if not paying any of these people wasn't enough, actively going out and trademarking Transition Blush actively does the same thing, because what happens when someone tries to Google that technique? What happens is if Essa ever wants to publish a book or noted portfolio talking about her own work, she can't under that name because you want to profit from it. It might be legal, but I certainly do not think it's ethical. I'd add a section of what Patrick had to say about all this, but to be frank, I really don't care. His voice irritates the fuck out of me, and he's an annoying person. If he's going to go into so much trouble to avoid writing a check, I don't trust that he's going to sit down and write anything that matters. One thing that really stood out to me about this situation is how other brands backed Essa a lot. Kevin Aquan, the brand themselves, and I know I'm saying that wrong, but I'm not French. I can't speak French. Do I wish I could? Absolutely. MAC, Kosas, other brands that I can't think of right now, but loads of other brands. The way they backed her is correct, first of all. They absolutely should have done, and you know, if they were going to say something about it, should have been on her side, especially ones that had worked with her before. But what strikes me is the brands that didn't have to say anything really. The brands who have maybe never worked with Painted by Essa before, maybe never had a collaboration with her before, the way they have stuck up for her. Now this is speculation, but in my mind tells me, so you're based in LA. Your brand is based in LA. It must be a small world in LA of brand owners. Have they met Patrick before? Do they know Patrick? Are they friends with him? Do they want to be friends with him? Maybe past interactions have made them think, actually, this is a great time not to take his side and go against him. Why would we want to? We don't like him for some reason. You know what I'm trying to say? You see what I'm getting at? Why would people that have been in contact with him, or maybe in the future, close contact, back someone that isn't him, even though they probably have met him more than they've met her? You know what I'm trying to say? They fucking hate him. Speculation, speculation, speculation. Listen, you're gonna have to let me know your opinions down below. Where do you think the line is between inspiration and between theft and between commercialization? What responsibility should brands have when building products around trends? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you like this kind of content, if you like reactionary content, follow my other channel, Robert Reacts. We look at more stuff other than what's going on in the beauty world. I have a podcast with my brother here, the Double Cleanse podcast, which has a YouTube channel. You can listen to it on Spotify and everything else. And yes, let me know your opinions down below, and we'll speak soon. Maybe we will. I'll see you soon. Bye.